Hey, hello, everybody, and welcome back to GTA 5, or GTA San Andreas 2, as I've jokingly called it. Um, Today we're going to be running my personal favorite not program, category, called the Epsilon program. I know it's also a favorite of my commentators, Ricky and Stormraid. Would you like?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. So just a quick explanation to keep anyone caught up in case you don't excessively follow me in what I do. Epsilon program is just a series of side missions for Michael, following a cult parodying Scientology. We'll go through all of its missions, but this year, we've got a special variant. I'm going to be running it with the director mode glitch, which is basically a glorified in-game cheat menu that the developers didn't intend for you to be able to use on missions, but we're going to manipulate that. That being said, are we ready to just jump right into it?
Flam.
Hell yeah.
All right. In that case, the timer starts as soon as the Ludendorff 9 years ago text pops up in 3, 2, 1. And we're off. So the first two missions, Prologue and Franklin and Lamar, are going to be played like normal because director mode glitch can only be activated in free roam. So we're just going to go ahead and play through them normally.
Yeah, these first two missions are like hard scripted. You have to like go through them to do anything in the game, basically.
Exactly. It's almost a meme with GTA 5, how long it takes us to actually get into free roam, so compared to the other GTA games, where
Yeah.
even like really experienced speedrunners take a little less than 9 minutes to get there, and well, that's playing the missions normally, of course, which we will do though. See how fast Rake is.
I'm pretty fast. I've been practicing lately. Like, actually, for Summer Segment Scramble 2, the tournament that I've been helping put together, Epsilon program, the normal one, will be featured as a playable category, so I've been practicing that. And as
And
my proxy
sign-ups are
decisions,
still open
one more
for
day.
anyone who wants to join.
One more day till signups close, but you can still sign up.
What's the holdup? Coming out, B. Give it up.
Maybe we can plug that when we have a little more free time.
Yeah. First of all, we get introduced to character switching. Because GTA 5 has multiple playable characters, was the first game to introduce that. And you can switch between Trevor and Michael, for example, here. And also Franklin, the third one, but we don't unlock him until the second mission.
And depending on how confident I feel, I may or may not be exploiting the use of the character switch wheel as part of a glitch later.
True. Yeah, I was almost gonna say we're not gonna make use of this character swap mechanic in this category at all. But yeah,
that is subject to change.
It exists. Yeah, maybe. We'll see if we can actually pull it off. Yeah, first of all, normal gameplay, of course, coming up. We're in normal sugar that we're gonna be making our way through this heist.
Yeah, so after I choose,
like, explain some mechanics here.
Yeah, so Rake is doing tab movement right now, which means he's just when your character is in combat stance and you spam tab, he like puts the gun away and flips it back out, and you move a little bit faster because you're in the combat stance. If I'm not mistaken, there.
That seems like a fairly solid explanation.
Yeah, and also he switched weapons with the hotkeys every now and then to reload his weapon. Another little strat that you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we have an unskippable cutscene. There's two more unskippable cutscenes that we have to endure.
But we will be skipping one of them.
Yeah, this I meant, yeah.
Normally unskippable.
This one and another one.
Yeah, it's the infamous prologue skip coming up then.
Yeah, surely I would mangle it.
You'll be fine.
Exactly.
There are actually two variants of it that you can get. There's one, like, easier one, but there's also where you get it on the first frame you can. It saves a little bit more time, but it's also very precise. It would be great if I could show it off, but I'm not 100% confident in my ability to do that.
just do what you're confident with.
Just go.
Ah, what, you don't want to see me full send it and get a world record?
Oh my god, no.
It could happen.
Let's see this. Let's see this.
Okay, so this was the normal variant.
Basically, what happens there is that you trigger a checkpoint in the mission by bailing out and destroying the car. Past that checkpoint, the game thinks you have already completed that cutscene, so you can immediately go into the next part of the mission. And basically, it's where Trevor's meant to fight a lot of cops, but you can just run away and the next cutscene starts immediately.
Yeah, that is technically another skip that most casual players wouldn't think of, but us speedrunners, I guess I've done it for so long that it just kind of comes to me naturally and I don't even think of it anymore. Like, I gotta remember, I've been doing this for 5 years, and that's like 5 years of accumulated knowledge that a lot of which I'm probably going to treat very trivially. Maybe when I shouldn't.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot more interesting stuff to cover anyway. We don't need to get into the nitty-gritty. This is a marathon, not a tutorial.
We should probably use our time here in prologue or before we actually get to the DM part of the run to actually like explain the category a little and like the entire Epsilon program part, because everything after is gonna be pretty technical if we want to be precise. So
that is true.
Sounds good. Do you want to go ahead and handle discussing the director mode, because that's a little more of your area of expertise?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say then maybe Rigi can tell us a little more about Epsilon program in general. Like what do we even do here?
Yeah, so the Epsilon program is a series of side missions where, like Rake said earlier, it's a cult that's a parody of a Scientology. And Michael is the character that is the only character who can actually join the cult in the side mission. It's not even required for 100% completion. Because it's a Michael side mission. But yeah, it involves a few different missions. It involves paying a lot of money to the cult, and then at the end we are going to steal all of the money and more. Basically, Michael, first of all, goes on the internet and finds the website where he'll do a questionnaire, and then he'll like get invited to the program, if you will. And after that, he does a couple of missions. They ask him to donate money, and steal a bunch of cars and donate them to the Epsilon program.
Yeah, and then after that, he donates more money, buys some sick roads.
Waits for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a very, I would say it's a very cool little side category that we have for this game. It's definitely the one I enjoy playing the most, and because it features quite a few different speed strats just in the regular. Just in the regular kind of way of playing it, without the director mode glitch. It has a bit of everything, really.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I guess it doesn't have shootouts, but yeah, the category itself is already very technical. As they mentioned, it's a lot of donating money and a lot of waiting around, and also like there's a lot of arbitrary things. You have to wait for 10 days, for example, wearing the ropes. You have to walk 5 miles in the desert, and it's very interesting to see how speedrunners will optimize everything we can out of these, and director mode has arguably pushed it to its fullest. Could make an argument for benchmark with the 10 days waiting, but that's another problem.
No, benchmark is slower than director mode. I wouldn't count that.
Oh yeah, but it definitely is, but it's a lot more technical.
Yeah, it sure is goofy.
And yeah, like director mode offers us a bunch of things that we can do that will speed these up even more. Like in the normal category, we are picking up money from an underwater pickup, and then we're gonna you know, skip as much of the time as possible by continuously C4ing ourselves. And yeah, in this version of the run, we're gonna be going a little insane.
Yeah, definitely. So, now that I've explained the category a little, you want to take on Director Mode, Storm?
I can definitely do that. Director mode, you may know it just like from the actual base game. It's just a feature that Rockstar put in for you to record cinematic stuff.
Hello, this
And
is 911.
it features a menu that is, as Rake said, a glorified cheat menu. You can set yourself to be invincible, you can despawn traffic, spawn vehicles, and a bunch of pretty cool stuff. And we found a way to access this in free roam and actually be able to enter missions with it too. And so what Drake's gonna do is gonna make his way to set up the glitch, and the way you set it up is basically that when you exit out of the casting trailer from director mode, you have like a 1 to 2 second black screen while the game loads you back into the main story. And we found out that if you die while that game loads you in, the game will basically get a little confused, good one, and will give you the menu in free roam. And so we're gonna do it via ladder launch, which is another glitch we found. And once we actually, like, we basically just like launch ourselves high enough, open the menu, exit out, cap our FPS, and by capping our FPS, we extend the loading screen for as long as we can. And that will mean that in the time the game loads in, we're gonna fall back to the ground, die, you know, due to fall damage, and then, you know, basically get the glitch. That is the entire tech behind it, and as you can see, Rake is respawning at the custom trailer, now you can just like enter it.
Do you want to explain why I'm going to go ahead and also duplicate the glitch?
Yes, I can do that. The thing is that what Director Mode does is that, well, it basically allows you to access this menu. The problem with that is, however, that there's a variable in the game's code that's called, that's a mission flag, and that is set to true. So the game considers you to be on mission, basically. And the problem with that is that while on mission, the aforementioned car collection part of the run won't spawn. The car collection part is where you just like have to collect a bunch of cars for the Epsilon program, and these cars are scripted. So that when you enter a correct vehicle, you get a prompt with a garage, and well, once you actually deliver there, it'll despawn, and you have 1 out of 5 setup. And that won't spawn while we're on a mission. So by setting this up again, we basically make sure that these actually spawn, because then that removes the mission flag. And while I was explaining that, Rake actually went ahead and selected Brad, which may confuse you at first for good reason, because Brad is not a playable character. He's on actor and director mode, and the thing is that Brad actually has Michael's money stored in his account. But because, well, and we're gonna invest it in stocks. The problem is just that, obviously, it's not gonna actually take the money away from Michael. That would be a little unfair, right? Because it's a different character. So we're just going to continuously invest into stocks. We basically have infinite money. So we're going to continuously invest into stocks. We're going to get like $90,000 in stocks. And the account is actually shared between Michael and Brad. So once we actually access Michael, we're going to go and deposit all of that money, and then we have 90,000 in the bank for Michael, which is going to be exactly the amount of money we need. As we discussed earlier, you need to donate a bunch of money to the program. And, well, yeah, that's how we make sure we have enough money, basically, by just abusing the fact that all this money is for some reason stored in a different actor.
So good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Rake, you may go again with the user locations, maybe?
Yeah, sure thing. So the main use of director mode is to abuse this teleporting feature. So around the map there are set locations that we can just teleport to at our whim. In addition, we also get 2 slots to basically set as our own locations that we can then teleport back to anytime we want. So I went ahead and set one inside Simeon's building because we're going to come back there a few times, or to nearby places. But also I went ahead and teleported to a closer spot to this dot we're going to walk to. And then also at the same time, I went ahead and used the director mode menu to go ahead and disable the wanted level, along with basically getting rid of all pedestrians and car traffic, just to make driving a little easier.
At least the non-scripted ones, and you can tell how involved this is. Like, we're barely being able to keep up with explaining things while keeping the explanation fairly on the bottom of things. this is just us completing the normal missions that require us to unlock Michael, because as Rake mentioned earlier, we need that this is only possible to do for Michael, this side mission, and Michael only gets unlocked after complication. So we're just gonna be completing these as fast as we can by using, well, director mode to its fullest potential, which is mainly, as Rake said, the teleporting around. The invincibility thing doesn't really matter for us. It's more like a failsafe.
Yeah, so one nice aspect of director mode is we get more weapons. So I could use an AK on this shootout instead of a pistol. To make things a little faster.
Basically, what the game does is, because it, well, assumes you to be in a non-gameplay environment, it just gives you all weapons that you're meant to have based on progression at that point in the story. So, for example, we don't have C4s because you're not meant to have C4s yet, you only unlock them later. But we do have grenades and the AK, even though at this point in the story, Franklin's not meant to have that yet. But you could go to Ammunition and buy it if you had enough money. So the game just gives everything to us.
Yeah, so anyway, using that user custom location for the first time to teleport closer to the end of the mission. And then hopefully, if I time this right, we'll go ahead and grab the bullet that we started the mission with and teleport back to start complications. Which it has spawned, thankfully.
Yeah, the reason this is actually important is because we set the user location inside the dealership, and the dealership is locked because, well, this mission doesn't take place inside, just outside, so it's locked. So, well, teleporting there on foot will just put us inside the locked area. But because we enter a car, the game's like, oh, he wants to drive, let's put him on the nearest road, basically. And so with that, we avoid this little complication. It's funny because that's the name of the mission there.
Wow.
Wasn't even intended.
So yeah, there's a bunch of set places around Los Santos where you can teleport to. This one, the closest to Michael's house, is the Richard Majestic's movie studios. That plays a big role later on in the base game.
Exactly. And the entire, well, strategy hunt, or the base strategy hunt for this category, is basically figuring out, okay, what is the closest teleport to where we have to go? And then, you know, just teleport there. And these user locations are just an advantage if there's no real teleport close by, or if we at one point in a run are at an area, like right now, Rake is at Michael's house, and later we want to return to that very place, then you can just, you know, basically make sure that, because you're already there, you can just like reuse basically the slot.
Oh yeah, one thing that we can't do in the director mode is sneak, because the button for sneaking is bound to the menu, so it's unusable for us basically.
Exactly.
So
it's
Rake
tied
had
to
to,
the action.
yeah, it had to Rake had to aim very cautiously so he doesn't make a lot of noise and alert the residents.
Stuff here. There you saw the director mode in one of its prime, like this long drive, 2 minutes or something of driving is just cut short immediately because you just teleport right back to the dealership. And now we're just gonna beat up Simeon, and that finishes unlocking Michael. Very beautiful.
What do you mean unlocking Michael? We already are.
Oh man, okay, fair enough. In free roam. Okay.
One piece of tech is you can also teleport during the mission pass screen. I was supposed to not go to this spot, but it doesn't matter. I can just re-teleport to where I actually need to go. I'm gonna go and fill out the survey to unlock the first mission.
Yeah, and you also just saw Drake just got all the money from the stocks that we saved earlier. And yeah, this is a prime example. Canyon is just the closest to the first mission that unlocks after you fill in the questionnaire, seeking the truth.
Also conveniently, there's a scripted Sanchez right next to you.
Actually, yeah, we didn't talk about that. Some of the teleports, it's Vinewood Hills, it's Canyon, it's Wind Park, and I think there's another one there, which I'm not remembering now. Just have scripted Sanchez next to it, and that's of course really useful for us, right? Because when we teleport, we're most likely gonna be on foot, and we don't really want to be relying on just random car RNG or anything. So these teleports are actually just really a blessing for us.
Yeah, we will be using them quite a few times in this run.
Yeah, we happen to well, one of the main teleports we're going to be using, Vinewood Hills, happens to have a bike that's very convenient for you. Otherwise, we'd probably just teleport to something that has a bike and then teleport to where we actually need to go.
Yeah, which is what I'm about to do after this cutscene.
Yeah, that was the first interaction with the actual cult there. What happens in the cutscene is a bunch of people just show up and knock out Michael.
Okay, and yeah, teleporting immediately to the next location we have to go, which, as I said, has the bike and the requirement for the Epsilon program, number 1, $500.
$500 isn't that bad,
Oh, it'll get much worse.
but yeah,
But
it'll get more expensive for us.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna drive to the next mission from here, and one glitch we have to make, or one thing we have to do is time of day. So we're gonna do a quick setup for that.
Yeah, the glitch is very substantial. It's gonna be the way we are gonna skip those 10 days later, so I may as well explain it now. You can set time of day with director mode, and the game will require you to wait a little for the next mission to unlock. Basically, it's based on time of day. But the problem is that you can only set it on the same day. So if you were to set the time of day to, well, let's say, I don't know, 11:59, and then advance time of day, just, you know, using the glitch to the morning, then to like 3 a.m. or whatever it is, then you would stay on the same day. So what we're going to be using, we're going to be fine-tuning the time to 11:59, and then not going to do anything, let it manually pass the 12 a.m. mark, so then the game advances us naturally into the next day. And from there onwards, we're going to then set it back to 11:59. So it's like basically rapidly advancing the time of day at the fastest way possible. And yeah, in the meantime, Rick did a lot of tech, teleported to Mount Gordo, which is very conveniently placed next to the mission.
What?
I believe we have
Your
a...
real name?
Yeah, just another cutscene, and we're gonna immediately. This is where car collection begins. So we're gonna go ahead and teleport immediately to the location of the first car we're gonna get. So there are 5 cars we have to get in total. Wow, that's embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
2 of them, whatever. More time to explain. Go, 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 go. Okay, 2 of them are fixed spawns. We're gonna have to go to them. But the other 3, you can technically get random traffic. In normal Epsilon, this gives off this creates a lot of RNG, but we can mitigate it by teleporting closer to some of their pre-spawn locations. And sometimes hoping we can occasionally get them off the road. Like, for example, this is a tornado, the first car we need. I'm gonna go ahead and yoink it now, and take it, hopefully take it. Yeah, that works. Teleport back to Michael's house, and we're gonna drive the rest of the way and set up another user location.
The double time, man, that was insane. Yeah, exactly. Because
Auction houses,
the
I'm hiring, by the way.
The teleports are spread out, not very evenly across the map, but fairly consistently in Los Santos. So we're gonna be finding for many of the cars just spots on the map that are very close to the fixed spawn locations of all of them. Need to be careful to not trash the car here.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, and well, then teleport to, well, Rake just teleported to Michael's house because we haven't been to the garage yet, but he's now gonna set a UL at the garage, so we can just like basically go to the nearest teleport near one of the cars, the next car that we want to have, and then teleport into the garage and finish it up. It's very, very quick. And in the actual category, what you have to do is you have to... It's a huge RNG section where 3 of the cars you have to grab randomly from the road. They are more likely to spawn, but it's still very painful. And then drive them to the garage. The time save and car collection is also one of the very significant ones.
Even with the bad RNG, it can save like 30 seconds, or it can save minutes.
Yeah, like the best possible time, the best possible RNG I believe that we ever had with a normal Epsilon program.
Hey, speaking of good RNG,
What the
this
hell?
is one of the cars we need.
Yeah.
And this one also is unfortunate to get off of its fixed spawn, so we're gonna go ahead and take it.
Yeah, exactly. That's just insanely convenient for us. Thank you for providing explanation, but yeah, the car collection, even the DM worst case, is, I believe, roughly equals the best possible time we had, or is even like a little bit faster.
It's Serrano there.
Oh, shit, I missed it. Well, I'm just gonna have to go for its
That's
fixed
why
spawn.
Yeah, that's why I should set the time of day to day actually, so you can see stuff.
I can see fine. I don't know what you're talking about. That being said, I am
Evidently
stuck.
so. Now you can really hard.
Can I wheelie over this
Yeah.
wall? Probably not.
Yeah, definitely.
With alt.
Even without ult, you would have totally made that. That's.
I'm not confident in my ability. Alright, we're just gonna run the rest of the way to this car, because I don't, have movement.
It's a showcase, not a WR attempt, right?
No, it's both.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Nah, I'm joshing with y'all.
Josh?
Wrong set of missions. Okay, so let's see. We are missing, what are we missing? Oh, the Vaca,
Yeah,
which we're gonna have to drive to.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the one car that doesn't really have. That's also very rare. I don't think I've ever seen a random spawn on the road, but also doesn't really have a convenient teleport spot next to it. I guess the garage itself is a conveniently close teleport spot, but yeah, their DM doesn't really serve us anything.
Yeah, how come-
Except of course on the way back.
How come you keep the car after giving it
It's a
away?
Rake, that's a strat Rake found. So
Yeah, I found it by
you
accident. I have
DMs.
no idea how it works.
I mean, okay, like, obviously same. I assume what's happening is that the game actually, well, because you set the UL on the yellow dot, the game, well, tries to put you exactly there. But then it just, you know, because it's inside something, it then puts you on the nearest road, like it always does. But it registered the thing as delivered. That is my only guess. But why it really works, God bless. This glitch does things
Yeah.
that we are unaware of.
Anyway, we've done car collection, so we're gonna go ahead and set up for the next mission, Chasing the Tree. We're gonna use both our user locations to, basically skip 2 out of the 3, like, running to random crop, objectives.
Yeah,
And
this
because we
mission
have-
is just a... Sorry, yeah.
We have a lot of time. We have, like, a minute to set this all up because of, how the timer works after you, collect the cars, so it was just a little bit of New Game Plus-ish setup, and now we're just waiting for the mission to spawn.
It's a rough statement to make, but yeah, exactly. This mission is just running around. You have to hunt down alien artifacts of some kind, investigating. And we're just gonna be placing the ULs where we know these will spawn, so we can just like save ourselves a bit of running. And as Rake said, we're waiting for a text message to unlock the mission. That's why advancing time of day in this specific instance won't work. We have to wait for the text. The text on an internal timer that's tied to real time, not in-game time. So we're just gonna be using that by, well, setting the ULs. And yeah, now it's just a matter of 2 quick teleports.
Hey, Marnie.
Very nice.
Yeah.
This is it.
And now we need to get, set up, warp back to Michael's house. We're gonna go ahead and switch warp here. Or try to. I got it.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Good
yes.
job.
Well,
Yeah.
well done.
So the reason, okay, like switch hopping itself is like a little bit of a different one, but the
But I need to
reason
go to
that,
Vinewood.
yeah, I was gonna say, the reason we need to go back to Michael's is we wanna later when we bought the ropes spawn at Michael's in Michael's wardrobe, so we wanna actually get back to Michael's house. But there's no convenient way to get it, and the way to keep it would have been to keep one of the ULs. But then we couldn't set up one of the 2 teleports we just used in the mission, because you're obviously limited to these 2. So switch warping then gave us the opportunity to use both of the ULs in a little bit more of a freer way. And Rake just set the UL back to Michael's house so we can then actually use it later.
Yeah,
Not to
good
the next
explanation.
mission. Yeah, and the next mission is once again just a cutscene. There's many of those. The actual gameplay is very much focused around optimizing the time in between the missions rather than actually optimizing the missions themselves.
Are you ready?
There's not a lot we can do in the missions itself.
Yeah.
25 grand. Jeez.
Oh, you can go into that link. I had actually not known that.
It's like a very normal, even
Yeah!
like just during the in the normal category. Surprised you didn't know that.
Did
Yeah.
not know it.
Advancing time of day because, well, we're gonna have to wait 10 days, but before we can actually wait those 10 days, we have to wait 1 day for the ropes to arrive. Now we're gonna be putting them on, and then advance 10 days
Whoops.
with the method that I...
Did,
one.
did I not deliver them?
I guess not.
Uh,
That's how they again. It would send you an email. So
it did send me an email, right?
I don't think so. I think you
I
got the
thought it did.
confirmation. You got the auto confirmation email.
Oh, whoops. Guess I did the setup wrong and just didn't notice.
Keep in mind you have to actually exit the room.
Right,
Get the email.
thank you. There we
Yeah,
go.
for some reason you won't get the text while in Michael's bedroom. God bless this game. And yeah, now to what we discussed earlier. Maybe now with a little bit more time. We're gonna be setting... The game has certain preset times, like midnight, dusk, and etc. And we're gonna be... Well, midnight is 12 AM, so it's already on the next day. So we're gonna be basically going to dusk. And then the game also has a fine-tune button, as you can see at the bottom of the screen with tab and Q. You can fine-tune the time of day. And so what Wake's gonna do is gonna go to he's gonna go to midnight, scroll back the time, and then wait for it to again pass midnight continuously. So we are on midnight, we go back by a few minutes, wait for the time to pass midnight. For the game, then we advanced 1 day, and gonna continue doing that for, well, 10 days. 10 times this glitch, if Rake actually hits it, because there's no real indication, and there he did. And what is 22 C4 deaths in the actual run is a matter of, well, seconds in this one. Beautiful.
That is the biggest time save by far
Yeah.
that the director mode has to offer.
Yeah. Anyway, we have to wait for the text that spawns the next mission delivering the truth. So in that time, we're going to go ahead and set up another user location towards submission after it, exercising the truth. So I'm just going to drive here. I think the setup is about here, where I'll need to get out and set up a user location. And now we're going to teleport to the closest marker to the actual, or our actual next mission.
Exactly. Delivering is basically just, well, delivering, I believe, a lot of money and or the money that we donated them. I actually don't know what exactly you're delivering. Not
It's a
quite up with the
secret.
law, but yeah.
Yeah, we're just flying a plane for a few minutes.
We're
This will be the
flying
more
a
boring
plane.
part of the run.
Yeah, the problem with director mode is that you actually cannot initiate teleports while you're in the air. And while you might say, yeah, well, you just drive the plane for a little before lifting up. Nope, the game did account for that. It won't let you teleport in the plane. And that means, while there are close by teleports available, we actually cannot do anything about this wait. We have tried to manipulate things, we have tried to use OMO, glitch some of you should be familiar with. We have tried certain techniques that we used in other categories and other places to actually make sure there's the text. We can somehow skip this, but for now we are, well, out of options and we have to resort to doing this very boring flight. The only, I guess, advantage director mode brings us is that we, well, can fly over the airbase and not get cops, but
That part doesn't even matter.
hardly counts because it doesn't lose us time in the actual run unless you fall asleep.
Yeah. Honestly, this section is really just born to teleport, forced to fly.
It do be like that. It's running over your bike.
He's
Oh
okay.
yeah, nothing we can do, unfortunately.
Not
we
yet.
have tried OMO twice before. Me and Rake sat down and tried to figure it out. We couldn't. It's very inconsistent. But yeah, maybe one day. We, in theory, think that it should save a little bit of time because obviously the flight isn't even that long that you have a lot of time for the setup. But even if we did, the setup is very inconsistent as of now, so...
Yeah, and
One
even
day,
then,
one day.
we only get like a minute 45 to set up things. So after that, any
Yeah.
time save is gonna be, or setup time is gonna be cut out of the time save of actually flying this thing.
Exactly. Oh no, 1.29 lets you TP to the plane. Lets you TP the plane. Yeah.
What
I
version?
guess we do. 1.29.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, but that doesn't work in missions, does it?
I'm actually not sure what the... Even I've lost tracks of the patch status. But
The
I think
numbers that
1.30 was it? But
the numbers that they're referring to, in case you don't know, that is the game patch that we're running on.
oh yeah, I guess we never mentioned this. The glitch works still on the
The director mode glitch works on pretty much all patches, right? But
actually I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm not sure when it was actually patched, but the setup doesn't work. If I recall correctly. Some smart console runners maybe, or people who are informed in chat. But the glitch we're running on, or the patch we're running on is a very old patch from 2015. It's 1.27, which is the second ever PC patch. It's been a lot of time just waffling about. In the meantime, Rake did finish the mission, and well, instead of driving away, you can just like teleport. Exactly, yeah, 1.42 letter method is patched. And it was 1.30 that messed with the missions. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I did read the research you did on 1.29. Big shame.
And now here comes my favorite part of the run. This is the part where you have to run 5 miles through the desert. And now you may be wondering, well, surely you can just increase your speed with the director mode or something? Well,
Actually can't.
you actually can't, no.
There's actually no way to do that. There are a few like funny options this thing also have. It has stuff like flaming bullets, explosive bullets, stuff like that, but nothing to actually. I'm not sure if there's like a super jump or something. I think there's a super jump, yeah. But none of that is actually relevant for us. The only thing, well, okay. The only way to increase our speed is by normal means, quote unquote, and yeah, how normal that is, Rake's gonna show you now.
Yeah.
get ready for parachuting.
Yeah, if you quickly insert what Rake did before, we mentioned before that director mode basically gives you the default loadout. Just, you know, because they want you to have everything. The default loadout, however, does not have any attachments on any of the guns. But because this method, as you can probably see, it does rely on us repeatedly shooting our parachute to flip. And, well, that just is a little more efficient if you have more bullets. So Rake went to ammunition and grabbed the extended magazine. And, yeah. Now we are doing arguably the coolest threat in the entire game.
Kiflam. Kiflam.
Kiflam.
Kiflam.
Giflam.
Epsilon.
Giflam, Raquel.
Very cool, yeah. Yeah, as you can imagine, the ladder launch we showed off before, which is in itself technically an insane strat that we just like kind of skip over because the entire thing is so insane that the ladder launch just kind of falls apart. Just no way to fly up in the air. And yeah, the progression towards these 5 miles works while you're parachuting, we're actually gaining a lot of momentum here. And well, yeah, what Rake is doing right now is that he's just he's holding S and D, and he's continuously shooting the right side of the barrel, while basically continuously pushing his mouse up, because if you were to just, you know, keep your mouse in a static place, then, well, it would stop shooting the parachute at some point because you're moving so much. So Rake probably has his DPI set to something incredibly high. I think I have mine on like 6,000 DPI.
No,
Yeah,
mine's not
same
that
here,
high,
actually.
Like, mine's
That's high,
definitely
yeah,
lower
yeah,
than
it's
3,500.
Oh yeah, because you have a lot of space on your desk.
Yes, I've got
Yeah.
a full-size mouse mat that I'm actually going to replace with the official GTAMarathon 10-year anniversary mouse mat soon. Buy that
Hell
while
yeah.
you still can.
Oh yeah, merch! Exclamation mark merch! If you want to buy the GTAM merch, it will be gone after tomorrow.
Yeah, go ahead and buy it. It looks really cool.
After tomorrow?
I think that only the anniversary ones are gone by tomorrow.
I would have thought they'd stay through Sunday.
Oh, it's not Saturday. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday. I go to work in like an hour.
When were you originally meant to do this run?
Sunday in the morning, so I'm actually glad I don't have to wake up at like 7 a.m. anymore.
Very nice. Yeah.
Let's see, I'm getting a little too
Means
high,
I
so
get
I'm
to
going to
run
go
Monday.
ahead and remove my parachute and just drop down for a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Nice thing
actually,
about
I guess that
DM,
explain-
we get 2 parachutes,
Yeah.
and I'm going to make use of that. Uh-oh, that is... I better not run into
Don't
that,
hit that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say stay away from that.
that was my second close call.
The reason Rake did that now for explanation purposes is that the area in which you have to do the pilgrimage is just basically a Rockstar-defined box. And this box actually has a limit at the very top. So if you go too high, you leave the area, which will then reset your progress. The same would happen if you know, go too far left or right. You obviously know the boundaries for that, but for height, it's just kind of hard to judge. So we're just like going on feeling,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
well, it's gonna be pretty much
it's-
making sure we're never too high.
It's very hard to judge because you think you can't really tell, especially when you're doing the double loops with the parachute with the shooting thing. It's really hard to guess your height, really.
Yeah, like there's no reference point or anything, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, best you got is your altimeter on the mini-map. And just general reference to how small the objects around you are.
Oh, yeah, this is-
the game you can't shoot your own power.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that before. Because like the console runners
They can't do this.
do the strat. Yeah. So if you're participating in SSS2 and you face a console player, you would be stupid to ban Epsilon. In general, you would be stupid to ban Epsilon.
Epsilon's a good category. It should be around plenty at Summer Segment Scramble too.
Exactly.
Maybe not too much. I don't want to have to nerf it for next tournament.
I mean, so basically what Summer Segment Scramble is, because we haven't really explained it, it's a tournament that the GTA 5 community is doing, actually, starting actually next week. It's basically a tournament of 32 people, and we run a lot of different segments, plus a few miscellaneous categories.
Including Epsilon. The normal version,
Including,
God bless.
including
God
the
bless.
normal version Epsilon, yeah, not director mode.
And yeah, in the meantime, Rake, because he's invincible, dropped down to the ground, didn't take any fall damage, of course, invincibility. And he's now gonna drive to the very last mission. And, well, the last mission is basically a big, well, decision. You can either follow them in the speedrun, we just go away from them. And, well, instead of doing like a big chase or anything where you have to escape the helicopters, it's gonna teleport really, really far away. In
Yeah.
our case, to a previously set up spot. And that means
Time is
the-
coming up.
Yeah, time ends
People-
on Mission Pass screen.
Yeah. The people chasing us, obviously, well, Michael just vanished.
Yep.
And,
And that's the Epsilon program. It's GG's.
GG.
Fun fact, I was a little shy of 4 seconds behind world record.
No!
So close.
If you hadn't fallen off your bike and the storm drain that one time.
Yeah, that could be it. I was on
Yeah.
world record pace for a bit, but it doesn't matter. I did fudge up some of the new strats, and I did play it safe on delivering, which lost me the most time, actually. But yeah,
That's fair enough, yeah.
I hope that was a very engaging run to the point where the Gen Zers don't need, like, TikToks playing on the side, I think. Hopefully this was engaging enough. Yeah.
Flam, people.
It's been fun. I've had a great time running and commentating for this GTA marathon, and I'm glad I got to show off my favorite version of Epsilon. I think I haven't been running this one for long, right? Just a few months, Storm, if I remember right. I just
Yeah,
picked it up
like-
one day, accidentally got world record, and started seeing how far I could push it.
I remember the day when we both did the glitch ourselves for the first time, Rake.
I mean, it wasn't my first time, but I needed
Oh,
the
yeah,
Series
but
D
for the
rest.
category.
The first time I actually ever did something with it, though.
Exactly, yeah.
That was a little over 2 months ago, yeah.
2 months, that little, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, once again, Summer Segment Scramble its own Twitch channel. Just shouting that out real quick. It's starting soon, so feel free to watch that if you need some entertainment over the weekends in the summer.
After all we've
Yeah,
done for you,
I think I've said all I have to say.
That's good.
Thank you for watching.
Nothing to add. Thank you.
Enjoy SSSA.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Thank you very much. We will have some fun with Super Sunshine Autos, but more importantly, thank you so much for stepping in last minute to fill in the time to let us know of the wonderful world of Kiflam, spending money, brother, and whatever you
And
did
all
with
that.
the parachute. Holy shit.
Iflam.
Yeah.
Kiflam.
Yeah, no, it was a pleasure filling in.